not that I want to disagree with Julia, but I think it's also a symptom of we are in a bit of a bubble, and I think you are largely right, Julia. EVs do dominate the narrative, but there's also a huge amount of our society that actually don't have a car and can't afford an EV at the moment, and I think we've got to include them, and hence my passion from leaving university for public transport, walking and cycling. That the most unglamorous sector of all for transport is probably bus policy, yeah. But that's probably the most popular mode that people without a car use. They use buses day in and day out to get to work, to get their kids to school, to get their medical appointments, etc. Where is the bus lobby in Brussels? Yeah, there isn't one really. And I think that's one of the problems that we as policymakers, if you like, have to sort of rebalance the lobby so we do give a voice to those that either don't want to use a car, can't afford to use a car at the moment, that do rely on public transport, that feel, as increasingly it's a them and us, that somehow we're focusing on the EV users, but what about the bus users who across many countries in Europe and the world are suffering for worse services because they so often rely on public subsidy. So that's my concern always about EU transport policy, is it doesn't focus in a proportionate way on the full spectrum of transport users. I mean, it's only in recent years really they've been focusing on walking and cycling, for example. I mean, they used to just ignore it 10 years ago. It's starting to happen, but I think we as public policy professionals ought to say, hang on a minute, yes, let's focus on EV and the decarbonisation of cars, but let's not at the same time leave behind the bus user, the train user, the cyclist and the pedestrian.